say it might be reckless, but I meant it when I said.
I am so excited to show you guys these DIY home decor projects that I came up with, since it's been such a long time that I filmed a DIY project on this channel. And also huge thank you to the Art Institutes for sponsoring this video. And make sure to check them out at artinstitutes.edu/programs. Hello everyone, welcome to a new video on my channel. Today I am pumped to do this video because I have just spent like 4 or 5 days locked into my apartment trying to finish all these projects, and they're finally done. So today I'm going to show you how to make them. And also I was so excited when the Art Institutes approached me to do a video together to kind of showcase my creativity and whatnot, because I went to the Art Institute, and specifically I went to the Art Institute of Charlotte for interior design and interior architecture, and it was a great program. And I had so much fun learning and expanding my creativity just kind of like beyond of my natural self. I took so many great classes, like even Photoshop and drawing and rendering and art and all that kind of stuff, and color theory, and like there's just so much stuff that like I would normally learn on my own. If you're a creative, if you're interested in the visual arts, graphic design, web design, culinary arts, interior design, fashion, merchandising, all that great stuff, definitely check them out. They have lots of great programs, and they have locations all over the United States, and you can also take online courses, which is amazing. So if you need a little something to like boost your creativity, or if you want to pursue a great career in the creative industry, so there you go. And without further ado, I am so pumped to show you these DIY projects that I have been slaving away the past couple of days, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I hope that you guys liked it, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I love you. So for the first project, we're gonna need some tree trunks or some sticks, and then we got your tools, your glue guns, your polaroids, X-Acto knife, a little tracing cup, some brushes. So we're gonna start by tracing using your little glass and tracing some circles, and these are gonna be your moons, and I'm using a styrofoam sheet. And then here I'm going to be painting sort of the outlines of a moon, like the moon phases, and I'm using a image for inspiration. And if you're painting on black, it actually makes so much easier because you actually don't really have to do a lot of shading. Like the background kind of like does it for you. So I'm really just doing it very randomly and sporadically, just grabbing just a little tiny bit of acrylic white paint and kind of painting. This was really fun to make because it was so simple. I was just kind of referencing the image and doing my own thing. The best I ever had. We don't have too much in common. For this project, I only have room for about 5 moons next to each other, but if you're gonna do like a longer stick, or you're gonna hang up more photos, you can definitely go ahead and do all of the phases of the moon and go crazy with it. But I'm just gonna do 5 for this one because it's just not gonna fit. Tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when opposites attract. Hands down, I'm not one for getting too attached. Hands down, but my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. So now that you're ready to cut out your shapes, place a cutting mat, which is very important. And one technique that I learned in school is to not cut out the whole thing immediately. So apply very light strokes at first. You want to cut almost in like 3 stages, 3 layers. So start with just cutting the top layer, then middle layer, then go for the bottom layer. This is going to give you a more precise cut. And now it is a little bit more difficult to cut circles, but I'm going to show you how to clean it up and make it look decent. Follow your lead. Hands down. My mind's made up. So there it is. As you can see, the edges are a little messy, so I'm just gonna clean it up with an X-Acto knife. And then this is optional. I'm just adding some black nail polish around it, so it looks, as you can see, there's quite a big difference. And yeah, I like paying attention to details like that. So now I'm gonna measure out the chain. I'm doing 5 strings, and the middle one is gonna be the longest one, and then it's just gonna be cascading upwards with the other ones. So then I am applying these jump rings to each of the chains and looping it with a smaller chain around the stick. So now it is time to arrange your Polaroids and use a glue gun to attach them. Now I did test it out. The glue did not melt the photo, so but just make sure to not keep it too hot. So then I'm going to repeat the same thing by gluing down the moons, make sure it's all straight and perfect. And I decided to not use this ribbon because it was too much, so I'm just going to use some yarn. And there it is. I think it's so beautiful and dreamy, and it was pretty simple to make. I mean, it took a couple of hours, but it looks really, really cute. I think it's such a nice touch for your home. For this next project, I'm gonna show you how to make your very own at-home wallpaper, and people are gonna be like, what? So all you're gonna need is some paint, stencils, and I just kind of did some swatches to see how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna start by painting the wall black, and I think this is really great to kind of make any kind of paint stand out, especially for metallics. I got a 1-coat black paint, so I don't want to bother with drying, messiness. Just do 1 coat and get it done, girl. So here I'm using the stencils and just kind of patting down with a sponge to create the shapes, and you can literally use any stencils with this technique, and I'm just gonna show you how to, like, you know, make them more interesting so it doesn't look like a stencil, so it kind of looks like a work of art, or it looks more store-bought, but it's very simple. So I'm continuing with layering and alternating different sizes and different colors, and then I'm finishing up by doing the gold leaves, which I think are so nice and like reflect really nice in lighting. Then for the fun part, I'm mixing this paint, the darker green paint with a little bit of light paint to kind of add some dimension to the leaves. So here I'm just applying 1 coat of plain paint. Even though it looks mixed, it's not, because just my brush was dirty, just to kind of like get the surface wet. So then I'm gonna employ like a bit of a 1-stroke painting technique, where I put a little bit of paint on a dry brush, so you can see kind of creates those little lines, and just kind of dragging it on top. And the key for this is to have a very stiff kind of brush. So you see it's like really easy. It looks like it kind of took a lot of effort, at least to me. Like, it doesn't take a lot of shading, but it does make it so much better than just like a flat stencil. And you can do this on flowers, leaves, trees, birds, like anything you like. I feel like this technique can any stencil come to life. So I'm repeating the same step, just kind of adding a layer of paint, and it's okay if some other colors get mixed in it. You're basically just kind of having fun with it. Don't try to make it too perfect. Every leaf is gonna look different, gonna have its own unique character. And then again, I'm adding, just while the paint is dry, I'm adding a little bit of green. And as you can see, it just looks so much more realistic.
She got those lips like Aphrodite, and she's not easily excited. She like to talk to her in a movie. She like wasabi on her sushi. So specific. She likes the strangest things. My intuition tells me to let her keep making decisions. She does it naturally, so I will follow your lead. Hands down, my mind's made up.
Then I'm gonna grab the same brush and, kind of keeping it pretty much dry, just drag it across the lighter leaves to create some lines to add a little bit more dimension. And this is just an example on how you can add some shading, put in some life into your stenciling. Again, you could draw these leaves or anything you want by hand, but this already took a long time, so this is just anything that's gonna make it look good and save you time, you know, work smarter, not harder. So here I made it a little stencil out of a plastic lid as a stamper to kind of create these little gold tails, because I feel like it would have taken such a long time, and then they could have been like janky, and whatever will make it faster for you, then do it. So then I'm gonna finish up the makeover by attaching this neon light, adding a little bench. Then on top I am attaching a string of LED lights because I'm gonna need the spotlight or underlight for my honeycomb shelves. And then of course gonna put these honeycomb shelves that I got a long time ago, and I finally found a spot for them. And then of course add some little decorations. Simple is cute, kind of make it look mid-century modern, and a little contrast in texture. And now let's light it up. Oh, it looks so good. Voila, you guys, here's the before and the after. I am so happy and proud how this turned out. I think you guys should definitely give this project a try.
Hands down, my mind's made up, you're the best I ever had. Hands down, it feels so good when.
And these are the projects that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It does help me out a lot. Also, thank you so much, the Art Institutes, for sponsoring this video. Check out their programs at the artinstitutes.edu/online programs. I'm gonna leave all the goody stuff down below. And thank you again for your continuous support and love. I will see you in my next video, and I love you guys so much. Bye!